Hey folks, welcome back. Thanks again for joining us. Yeah, I don't often post during the middle of the week, but I finished up work and had a little time, and we have some cool captures, so I thought I'd share them with you. Check them out. Hope you enjoyed. Let us know what you think. Feel free to comment and, you know, share them with other people that you think are like-minded who might enjoy them as well. All right, take care. Thanks again. So somebody sent this to me today. This is obviously from TMZ, and it's Blue Angels footage from New York. And my first thought was like, I hope TMZ didn't pay for this because they could just come to this channel and get just as good, if not better, footage for free. But I do think it's cool that TMZ posted it and is showing some interest because this is a real thing, and I'm glad to see it. So a lot of these captures are kind of helicopter heavy because they're easier for me to see right now. But this one is cool because this flew right over my head, and you'll see that in a minute. But yeah, kind of same format, going slow and zoomed in, and then we'll back out. And when you hear the environmental sounds, that means it's at real speed. Yeah, I know. At real speed, it's super tough to see, which is obviously why we start out with a slow, zoomed in version. But these things are still approaching helicopters and our other aircraft. To me, there's a very distinct sound when it's military or law enforcement as opposed to news choppers and whatnot. And you'll hear it in a moment. When these things fly over my head, and I say they're over my head and low, this is what they sound like and feel like. And it's no joke. I mean, they're low and loud. Yeah, I mean, and you might be like, okay, Bozo, that's a helicopter, but I live in LA proper. I mean, I'm not near any bases. There's no reason for it to be low and loud like that. That's kind of my point with this. But yeah, so that happened. And this is interesting. Obviously, it's a screen capture, and it looks like there's little dots or something in it, but I don't know. I mean, this is 60 frames per second, 4K, and it's slowed quite a bit. And it's like I tend to use the phrase hopping through. It's hopping through the scene here. As much as I like these knot clouds that I capture from time to time, this isn't one, to me at least. I mean, it's like this energy orb. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it's cool. Here's another one of these, to me, military choppers. I don't know, doesn't seem to have any discernible markings on it, but it's just everything about it reeks military, from the color to the sound. Yeah. So every now and then I try to include a capture, which to me is very clearly far away, as opposed to a foreground incursion. And this is one of those. Those two balls, to me, look like they're right in between, for a moment, they're right in between those two exhaust streams. And you'll see as we back away how far away those two exhaust streams actually are. Yeah. So, I mean, listen, to me, and you don't have to agree, but to me, whatever that is in between those exhaust streams is way up there. It's not like flying in front of this camera. And it's been my experience with this that, the closer they are to the camera, the easier they are to see in real time, which is pretty logical. And so take a look at this in real time, and there's no chance of even seeing it. So that's telling. I mean, to me, this is just good evidence of something that occurred way up there in the sky and is on camera. This one's a little squirrely. This first screenshot looks like some sort of Kato mask, and then the other one looks like an amoeba or an orb or something. I was actually on the fence with including this one just because it's a little janky, but I thought, you know what, this is how it was captured, and if there's any proof that these aren't, pre-produced nonsense videos, then I need to include some of these. So this is what it looks like when it's not awesome, but you know, you work with what you're given. So this next one is one helicopter. It's about a second, and there's three separate incursions. This is the first of the three. So in real time, these three things happen so quickly, you can't really separate them. So you'll see when I play it in real time, you'll see all three, but we'll get to them in turn. All right, so here's a screenshot of the second one, and you'll see it when it's slowed. It's pretty obvious. It comes from the top middle down toward the bottom left. Here's a screenshot of the last of the three captures with regard to that helicopter. And to me, for my money, it's the coolest one as it happens because it shows a degree of control and it sort of stops, hesitates, slows down, redirects, changes trajectory. Yeah, super fascinating. And you see it in real time, and it's like borderline cartoonish. It's crazy. You know, I'm going to end by comparing this to one we've seen before because the control and the speed are similar. This is one that from a few videos ago, but you know, I think this one was actually faster and it was also higher up because it was maneuvering around an airplane. But yeah, it's you know, there's some consistency now that we're starting to see with the behavior or operating tendencies of these things. I mean, that real-time speed is just bananas. I don't even know how to. I mean, I'm running out of adjectives. It's impossible to wrap your brain around how fast these things are. And then to consider that they're turning and maneuvering at those speeds is just crazy. All right, folks, that was it. I hope you enjoyed it. And like I said at the outset, share it with other people if you think they might enjoy it too. And feel free to comment. And see you on the next one. Thanks again for your time. Take care.